Third game in a row that you guys have held the other teams under 100 points, and you guys have scored well over 100. What have you just seen from this team that's working so well on both ends?
Just execution on both ends. I think we're more focused on our standards and not the team that we're playing. And, all respects to other teams, but it's just like we got a higher standard for ourselves, and we hold each other accountable for that.
It seems like a tight-knit group from an outside perspective. Like, do I have a nice read on that?
Yeah, for sure. We all cool. We all joke around in the locker room, and we love being around each other. And when you got a group like that, success comes from that.
Seems like a top-down organizational philosophy from the Raptors down to the 905 that the point of attack defender is what they call like the most important guy, right? Here, a lot of the time, that's you and Chucky. Can you tell me a little bit about how you approach defending the bring-up ball handler and at the point of attack?
Yeah, shout out Chucky. He's doing an unbelievable job with that. The whole emphasis is to make guys uncomfortable, get them out their rhythm, hopefully speed up their offense, keep them out of rhythm as well like that. And people don't like to play like that, and we do. So with the Raptors, with 905, that's our identity.
Elijah, you played your entire college career in the state of Florida. Just how are you adjusting lifestyle, being up in Canada, snow? I mean, tough adjustment?
It is a tough adjustment, but it's cool because I like new. I like adjusting. It keeps me focused in a way. But I do got to get one of those scrapers for my car. I came out one day, car was full of snow. I had to use one of my golf clubs to get the snow off, so I do got to get one of those.
What did you think of AJ's performance tonight? Not that he's standing right beside us.
Incredible. Incredible. Incredible.
I didn't know if that's a team thing or not.
Yo, watch out, bro. Nobody caught it but you. But yeah, he played great today. That's AJ, man. Aggressive and efficient. That's what we need from him.
What does it mean for you guys to have like a homegrown star like that, have a performance in front of the hometown crowd?
Who's it? Can you really
AJ, yeah, from born in Toronto, and like, what does it mean for you guys to have someone like that's from here have a performance like that in front of the crowd? Like, what does that do for you guys as a team?
I mean, it just means different. It just means more. When you're from here, and it's a community, you don't expect nothing different. He's a hometown guy. The fans love him. We love him, and he just showed it in his game.
Your teammate just called you incredible, also known as incredible. I thought that was an insert thing. Just from the opening tip, did you just know that you're going to have a game like this? Like, how were you feeling? What was the flow?
I just woke up that one day. No, it's fine. Honestly, just got shot at my teammates. Everyone that found me in transition. The ball went through the net today, thank God. It's what I do every day, but sometimes the ball doesn't go in, sometimes it doesn't. Today it was one of those days. So I just got thank God in that situation.
I know that you were saying you worked on your defensive game, especially over the summer, Coach Drew Jones, and them praising you for this because we're swarming this team and keeping them under 100 again. What was it like to see all this hard work kind of come in through fruition in just the third game?
It just shows that everything we did in the summertime, training camp, preseason, everything's just going into one. This is how we're supposed to play every game, just Raptors basketball, playing hard defensively, forcing turnovers, getting in transition, getting dunks for you guys, shooting the ball well. I mean, that's just Raptors basketball right there.
You're coming off a lot of Zoom actions and trying to get you downhill. What's kind of your mentality once you get the ball when you're coming out of those actions?
I just think I'm one of the fastest guys in the league, and I feel like if I get the opportunity to get some space to go downhill, I feel like nobody else can stop me in that situation. I just gotta be confident in my game. I feel like I'm a good driver. I feel like I'm athletic enough to get to the rim and just be me.
Coach said that he's noticed, you gotta get a bit more disciplined in your defense. Can you tell me a little bit about what's gone into your focus on that and improving on that and to kind of start those transition attacks the other way?
I just got to give credit to all the coaching staff throughout the summer just staying with me with the film sessions, the training implementing how to move my feet certain ways, how to read the offensive player when they're driving. I just feel like all the hard work and film I've been doing this summer is finally showing off in game right now. I feel like my defense picked up a lot, especially from last season.
AJ, I've followed your career from the days you playing in North Pole hoops and through South Carolina and that. Your confidence looks to be just off the charts. What did that run at the end of last season playing with Toronto do for you? Because it seems to have done a world of good.
It's surreal. Playing for my home team is honestly incredible. Uncredible, like my boy said. But it's been great. Just building confidence every day. I got my family, friends in the crowd. Just, having that support and is always gonna be there and always gonna be a blessing. So I just feel like I just thrive off of that right there for sure, especially being a hometown kid.
Can you tell us a little bit about your team philosophy as far as like getting out quickly in transition? Like when you get the ball, what the immediate mindset is to attack there?
Immediate mindset is just look up and see who's running. We wanna push the tempo. If a guy's running on the wing, we want to throw it. And I feel like I did that as the receiving end all day today because I had J-Mo, my quarterback, I had Chucky, Elijah. Everybody was all looking up, and we call it first touch, getting the ball out there and making sure we get the first touch ahead in transition.
You were a dunking machine. Were you hesitant at all to not dunk it as hard as the one game in case it would get stuck again?
Yes. And look, that was honestly that was once in a blue moon. That was crazy. So I never want that to happen again. So now I gotta learn if I want to dunk it hard, make sure it goes through the net and not get stuck.
I saw a pretty sweet moment. I think it was when you pick-sixed it and took it the other way and jammed. And there was a little kid. I think he was part of the dance crew that came out at halftime on the sideline, and you high-fived him after the dunk. Like, how do you feel in a moment like that?
I mean, if I was that kid in that situation, I see a dunk. I want some love too. So I was like, you know what? I seen him right there. He was hyping me up. I'm like, get some love. Give me a little high five. Give me a little powers or something. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about the defensive identity. Holding another team to under 100 points, was this as close to the identity as you were hoping so far?
Absolutely. And as crazy as it sounds, there's another gear. Still had some miscues there, but I think who we are is set. Now it's just a matter of how disciplined can we be over the course of 48, but we were pretty disruptive.
Speaking of disruptive, AJ Lawson, another great game. How have you seen his game even grow from last game?
I think honestly it starts with his defense. He's very, very active with his hands. We talk about being sharks out there off the ball, and he's a shark. The moment he senses any blood in the water, he's going. And that's what we teach, and he does a great job of that. And so he gets himself going with the easy ones in transition. And then we do a great job of finding him on the perimeter and half court.
What are the biggest improvements you've seen in AJ's game defensively from last season to now?
Just his discipline. He's always been naturally gifted and athletic, and kind of really been able to play passing lanes, but really challenging him to be a more disciplined defender. I think when he combines the two, his instincts with high level discipline, and he becomes special on that end.
What about the 30 assistants we got today?
I love it. We share it, we spray it. If you could hear the locker room, the guys are excited for each other, and we talk about playing for each other a lot. And I think that's a byproduct of that.
What's it like to see the reaction when J-Mo had that huge block that threw the ball in, and see how happy the team is for each other?
I mean, that's pretty special. This is a group that, like I said, loves to play for each other, and they're invested in each other's success. And I think when you have a roster full of guys that have that mentality, they become a true pleasure to coach. So I'm lucky to be able to coach those guys.
Drew, Mobo back down, didn't have his best night, but you left him out there.
Not down.
Well,
he's with us.
Yes. But not having his best night, but you left him out there. What was kind of the thought process behind that?
Well, I mean, I never judge a player's success on the floor based on whether the shot is going in or out. He was disruptive. He got his hands on a lot of balls. On ball, he had a ton of deflections. Off the ball, he's disruptive. He's blocking shots at the rim, rebounding, running in transition. So he can impact the game in a multitude of ways. And whether the ball goes in or out, as long as you're playing with multiple efforts and guarding, you can stay on the floor.
What did you say to him when you came out? There was that timeout where I saw you run out, and you kind of had a little conversation with him. Can you share any?
Well, he's a high-level competitor, and so am I. So when there's a standard that's not being met, sometimes you gotta hit it full force. And he accepted it and got right back into the game, and he executed.
Lowest number of points allowed through 3 games in franchise history. You're holding teams to 32% from the field. I know you said you had a good camp and you expected the defense to be good. Did you expect it to be this good this far? And just needs to get cleaned up even more now.
I expected us to be one of the best defensive teams in the G. That's our goal. And like I said, we had an incredible camp. That's our identity. Hold our guys to an extremely high standard, as you can see, and they've elevated the standard. So now we got to be consistent.
What do you think? You said you could even get better. What do you think still can improve?
Limiting fouls.
Okay.
So yes, we're getting a lot of deflections with turning guys over, but that also comes with some fouling, and we understand that. However, there are some fouls that we can clean up based on a lack of discipline.
The defense and obviously the high pressure defense, the transition that results are the obvious standouts from the play. But can you tell me what are some maybe less obvious aspects of your team's play that you feel deserve attention?
I think just the way that we space, we let the ball breathe. I think when you have a team or a roster full of talented players, at times you can rely on talent in one-on-one situations, and I think we do a pretty good job of playing with space, allowing the ball to breathe, and then just playing with the pass. I think that's incredibly challenging with a talented roster, but we do a good job of it.
What did you think of J-Mo's football skills today with those 2 passes?
Oh, he's good. I love it. He's always looking up the floor. We talk about first touch a lot. You know, the first touch is once we get it off the glass, what's our first look? And it's up the floor. So he's playing to our identity offensively there.